Welcome to Scrap Cooking. I'm Harriet Clooney. Thanks so much. So nice to see you guys again. Today's episode, we are going to be frying Brussels butts. That's what I call them anyway. So we've got about a pound of Brussels sprouts, and we're just going to take the end off. And this is the cool part. I mean, I know you know what to do with these guys, so we'll just put them aside. But if you have any little leaves, stray leaves, we'll just throw them in a separate bowl. And yeah, so we can just keep going. Take the end off, cut it in half. This is what's left once you've done cutting your Brussels sprouts, and all of those little bits are edible and can be delicious, but the little ends have a little bit of fiber in them and are a bit starchy, so eating them raw isn't really great, but when you fry them, they get nice and soft on the inside and the edges get a bit crispy and they are delicious, and I love putting them into a stir fry. And then all these little leafy guys, I like to just chop them up and make a little slaw out of them. You could also keep a couple. I could show you, you can deep fry those guys too. They're also delicious. So these guys I just put in a little bowl and add your favorite dressing to it, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and you're good to go. Just a little something, has a nice little crunch to it, a little freshness. The acid that's in your dressing will soften the sort of the Brussels sprout sort of taste to it. Won't be so much, not as sulfury, and it's lovely and delicious. But really, my favorite part is hilariously the butt end. So I've got a little bowl of these guys, and I've got some oil here, and I've got a pot. Now with a pot, when you're frying, doing some deep frying or shallow frying, you want it to have really high sides so that when it, explodes a little bit, it's not going to jump out as far at you and jump onto your skin. So we want just about an inch. So with this pot, I had about a liter of just a neutral oil, whatever you've got in the house, vegetable oil, soy oil, canola oil. I've used canola here. And then we are going to turn on our fryer, our little pot. If you're using an electric stove and you don't have gas, that's totally cool. But I wouldn't put it all the way on high. I would probably put it on medium, high, medium, and go from there, because when you go up really high, I find that electric stoves can go really, really hot and will kind of scorch your oil. So you don't want to do that. But we're just going to let that guy hang out for a bit. It's going to get popping and partially scary. So I'm armed myself with a nice pan, which I use if you don't have a splatter screen like I don't in my house. So I've got my Brussels ends, or butts like I like to call them, and we're just gonna kind of put this in front of us and put that on top of it. It's gonna get real spitty. So you can see it's kind of, so it's all that steam that's coming out. And once you got the initial splatter down, it's pretty good to put the pan down. Did just get me there. So if you don't have one of these guys, you can use a little strainer, you can use a slotted spoon, but just be careful because they are spitty. Kind of jostle them a bit. We're just gonna wait until there's no more bubbles or very few bubbles left. But oh, they're so delicious. I love them. You can see they kind of like the edges, they kind of separate a little bit, but they're not quite ready yet. But you can still hear it making a sizzling sound. We want that sound to die down quite a bit. And then we'll know that a lot of the water that's inside is kind of steamed away and that they're nice and soft on the inside. Just gonna pull one out. They are quite hot. We just wanna check. Oh, yeah. Almost. Throw that back in there. Maybe like 1 more minute. So I think they're ready. They haven't got no bubbles. There are some bubbles, but they have slowed down quite a bit. And that's good because we don't want them to be all the way. We do want some of that softness on the inside, so there'll be some water content left in it. Keep that a bit soft, but got these lovely, delicious, crispy bits. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of salt on them. Just kind of swoosh them around, spread them out, and then the paper towel is gonna pull away some of that excess oil. Okay, we've got these awesome, delicious Brussels sprout ends now. I'm gonna burn my mouth, but I can't help but eat it because they're so good. Yeah, well, crispy on the outside and soft in the middle. They're gonna be so good on our stir fry. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you for our stir fry episode.